You never know who is single next door to you and looking to put, a ring on it. Well, be careful because you might also find some dodgy ones. Type of people like this. Nobody looks at you, but someone types like, hello, hi, how are you? Hello, my loves. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to this platform, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Iraya. You can call me Ira or Mrs. A. It's that time of the year again, and what a good time to talk about the magical act of generosity. Today, we are zooming into that beautiful, enchanted world of generosity that includes those small magical acts that brings the spark in our own eyes and those of others. I really couldn't think of a better time to talk about this. All these things bring so much beauty into our world, and it makes it such a wonderful place to live. So, without further ado, here are 7 simple ways that you can sprinkle love all around you in this festive season. So let's get right into it. Number 1, foot the coffee bill challenge. Have you ever been into like a drive-through or maybe a grocery shop and wanted to make someone feel special or wanted to make somebody's day? Well, if you haven't, that's okay. But this could be a good reflective moment for you, because more often than not, when we go to the shops, we are so fixated on what we want to buy, and we hardly ever look around to even notice other people. Even worse, sometimes we are on the phone whiling away the time until it's our turn. Wouldn't it be magical if we used this time to have a good look around us, spot somebody, and pay for an item or two for them? It doesn't happen often, does it? I wonder if you have ever experienced it. But let's just say you're buying coffee or ice cream or even McDonald's, fast food, not a good example to give, but or even an item in the grocery shop. You can leave a $5 or a $10 or whatever you can afford. It can even be £1 or a couple of pounds, just to say, you just say to the teller, I want you to put that towards the person behind me's bill. And what is wrong with paying part of the bill or even all of it if you can actually afford it? Can you imagine how that person is going to feel about any of these acts? Well, that would make my day. Even if somebody just said, put like a couple of pounds towards her milk, it will make my day. Even if I can pay for the full shopping, it would really make my day. Now, even better, that act of kindness can actually make that person have a whole new perspective about giving, and they might start giving back to their community in different ways. Imagine if this becomes a whole world trend, like the way we have like the mannequin challenge and all of that. It could be called foot the coffee bill or something along the lines. If this spreads like wildfire, you might have a friend calling you and be like, oh my god, I got hit by the coffee bill challenge. And it will be like such a fun and inspiring thing to do. These things don't happen often, but it could be something that you can start, and who knows, it might just catch fire and be like, woo, a whole world thing. What a magical world that will be, right? So next time you go to the grocery shop or drive-through or the coffee shop, etc., remember this act. And if you are a believer, you can actually leave a note that says, God loves you, to the teller, and ask them to pass it on to the person behind you with a $5 and say, just use that £5 off their bill and give them this note. I believe this is an act of kindness that anybody can do, because it doesn't have to break the bank. It could be anything. It could be as little as. And one thing that I know about giving is that it does not matter how much you have. People don't realize it. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't have enough, I can't give. No. You give whatever you have out of what you have. Definitely going to try this first one because I absolutely love it. Right, moving on. Number 2, surprise snail mail. This one makes me laugh. Surprise snail mail, like snail, like slowly sneaking in. but not the dodgy type. Who doesn't love getting a handwritten letter? These days, technology has made things simpler, but it has also taken away some of the traditional things that make the whole, package complete, or the whole experience complete. I don't know about you, but I happen to have friends who are much older than me, and I'm talking about friends in their 80s, okay, like late 70s, 80s, and these are people that I actually talk to. I visit them, we go for a walk, and I've learned a lot from them. But whenever I listen to them, they talk about handwritten letters being one of the things that they cherish, because that is what they had back in the days. That's what they were used to. But most people, I think, generally would love a handwritten note because we don't see them often. There is a vibe about it. There is something that makes it special. I guess it's like you feel like that person has put in a lot of effort. So yeah, absolutely. Why not? Send a surprise note or a small package to your friend, to your family or a neighbor without, sort of telling them. It's like giving them a hug, like a bear hug through the mailbox. It just turns up and it's like, oh, number 3 sent me that. Exciting, isn't it? Number 3, kindness rock. Get creative. If you are somebody who likes the art, or you like to be creative, get like little beautiful pebbles or stones, or even any kind of I don't know, like a wood or something, a little plank, and design something beautiful. There are so many people who are very artistic, but they're not doing art as a job or whatever. Do something beautiful, something nice and beautiful. Write some very positive notes on there, like, a smile is free. Give a smile to somebody today. It'll make your life feel better. Just come up with all these beautiful quotes and just put them around in places that people often visit. You can imagine a little child picking that up and going, oh, mommy, look, or oh, daddy, look, or auntie, look, or grandma, look. Or you can find, an elderly person who might pick it up and go like, oh, who did this beautiful thing, So yes, just let your creativity come to life. Even if you're not creative, you can also pick up something and just write a very nice, there are these like beautiful white pebbles that they sometimes sell around, or sometimes you might even see some on the floor somewhere. Pick it, give it a good wash. Write something, put a bit of colors and paint, do something beautiful and just scatter them around. It's like scattering act of kindness. It's just beautiful. Number 4, neighborhood clean up crew. Oh God, I'm sure you'll be thinking, what on earth is she talking about? Well, grab a trash bag, okay, and some gloves. Hit the street. Why not? There are things that happens around us in the neighborhood all the time, but sometimes we don't find out. So get on with your neighbors, or if not, just mobilize your neighbors and do a cleanup. A little love for Mother Earth goes a long way, and it's a great way to bond with people in your community too. So let's get cleaning. Who knows what connections you might make from there. This is a little tip for the single people. You never know who is single next door to you and looking to put, a ring on it. Well, be careful, because you might also find some dodgy ones. Right. Number 5, time. Time is so precious. It's a precious gift that cannot be, sometimes you can't even put time and money. You cannot compare the two, okay? So donate your time. Offer to help somebody, an elderly friend. You might offer to help do their garden or run their shopping errands. Volunteer at a local charity. Time is one of the most valuable gifts you can ever give to anyone. And I have, talking about time, in the past volunteered a few times with charities. It's one of the things that I have cherished a lot till now. So think about it. What can you do? What can you do? How can you give your time to somebody? How can you help? You know that somebody's struggling. Maybe you know somebody next door who lives alone. They're probably a bit unwell and sometimes they struggle to go to the shops. Give them a hand. You know this lady who has some kind of a physical health issue round the corner, and they really struggle to go about their daily duties. Just go around, and when you see them next time, say hello and offer to help. If you see somebody carrying loads and loads and loads of things, and it's obviously not dangerous because you need to risk assess. You don't want to just go around helping everybody, and you can help. By all means, give your time. It's such a beautiful, kind act that we can do this festive season. Number 6, kind of lost count. Yeah, number 6, the power of a smile. Sometimes a smile is all it takes. Smile at strangers. It doesn't matter what they are. It's not going to take anything away from you. Say good morning to as many people as you encounter. You will be amazed at the ripple effect. It's like a happiness wave spreading through the universe. It makes people feel good, actually, and makes you feel even better. I love a smile, and I love to smile back. And I love it in the mornings when people are saying good morning. And you hear people say a lot, especially like in the Western countries, when it gets cold, we all say like, oh my God, wintertime, people are like this. Nobody looks at you, but sometimes like, hello, hi, how are you okay? All those beautiful smiles going around. It doesn't matter what weather it is. Just say good morning, just a smile. It doesn't even take a minute when you think about it. It does not take a minute to say good morning or to give a smile. So that is something that you can do if you've not been doing it often. Food for thought. If at this point you are getting any value in this video, don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out. And can I just take this opportunity to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Number 7 and the final one, charity champions. I love this one. Supporting local charity, whether it's donating a small amount of money to them as and when you can, or if you can monthly, or participating in a charity event. Every bit help. It's like joining a superhero team, but instead of having the capes, you have compassion. Okay, so it's not like Spider-Man, ooh. Or when I was young, there was this superhero thing that we used to watch called Captain Planet. Oh, I love Captain Planet. I tell the kids about it. So it's not like the Captain Planet where you're kind of flying in the air, but it's like joining a superhero team, because really people who do charity work are definitely superheroes. And this actually brings me on to talking about a charity that I have supported over the years. I will put a link in my description and a little video on the screen for you to watch. But I have supported them over the years, sending some clothes and partnering with other people who were willing to help. The first time I actually came across this charity, there was a young girl, either 13 or 14. I'm sure you'll be able to see that story on the YouTube channel because I'll put the link. She got raped. Unfortunately, she became pregnant. And it was just a very, very traumatic and sad issue. Well, we were able to support her together with all the people around the world who helped to get her to deliver to go through the whole pregnancy, got a place for her to stay, and she's delivered safely. The little boy is probably about 2 years, maybe going on to 3. And the young girl was able to return back to school. There was another one of a little boy. He was only 2 years old, but that was really heartbreaking. He had cancerous cells in his eyes. Some of these issues are a bit hard to talk about. We tried our best, and it just, unfortunately, things didn't work as planned, and that really broke my heart. But the most important thing is that we supported financially. I put some money together, and I gathered a few friends and family who were willing to help out, and we sent money over. And the foundation, I'm going to read a little snippet of it to you, and feel free to check their YouTube page, and please feel free to help. Feel free to do your own research if you want to. I have sort of been liaising with the person in touch, and I know sometimes some of these charities out there is not always what it looks like, but I have a faith in this particular person because I have actually done my own background check, and I know that he has a heart for helping people. The foundation is called Mc Appiah Foundation. I forgot to mention this, but I actually found out through my first lady, who I call her the Premier Lady, Mama Juliet, Anna Foucault. Shout out to Mama Juliet. She is the first lady, my pastor's wife at JPC. So she introduced me to this gentleman, and I have been liaising with him ever since. I've sent lots and lots and lots of things to him, toys, clothes, kids' clothes and things like that, to help clothe these children who live in the outskirts of, places that have nothing. So This is a little snippet I asked him to send me, so I'm going to read it out to you so you know what the foundation is all about. Where the needy finds comfort, we provide basic needs for needy children in the villages of Ghana by providing them with materials such as exercise books, notebooks, school books, shoes, pens, pencils, etc. We also donate to orphans and widows in the deprived communities every Christmas to put a smile on their faces. We believe Ghana is not only Accra and Kumasi. Children in the villages also deserve the best. Together we can. Let's help make life better for our dear future leaders who happen to be in the village now. God bless you, he wrote. So he reaches out to like different parts of Ghana, like remote areas. And this gentleman, I remember one of the things that actually drew me to him was we were having a chat, and I was talking to him, and he started telling me about a little boy that he's met and how intelligent and smart the boy was, but I think he had some kind of a disability and he needed the wheelchair, and they couldn't afford to give him a wheelchair. And he was sharing some of his emotions with me and some of the things he goes through. And I remember him saying that sometimes when he comes out, he just feels low and he feels frustrated, and sometimes he just cannot stop weeping. So I said to him, you've got a calling. There's a difference between somebody wanting to run a charity who doesn't even have the passion. Even if you run a charity and you don't have the passion for it, you're still doing the job, so long as the people are getting the things that they're supposed to get. But he's so passionate about it. I remember when one of these children that we helped unfortunately lost their lives. It was really hard for me. When he sent me the message, I said to him, I'll get back to you. And it took me a while to process it because I was really, really hoping that he survives, and he didn't. But the most important thing is that we helped, and he sent me receipts of what he used the money that I sent to do. And then he said, it was so hard for me. Like at some point I was feeling so discouraged, and I said, look, you are doing what you have to do. You're doing your best, and that is all that matters. Like I say to my learners in school every day, I say to them, it doesn't matter if you don't get it right. What matters is that you try. And I said to him, God knows your heart, and you are giving out to the community. So it's sometimes hard, and you have to work with your emotions and everything, but just keep going because you're doing amazing. And we need more people like him, more genuine people like him to reach out to the poor, to reach out to people who cannot afford 3 square meals, or people who cannot even afford a meal in a day. So if you have a look on his page and you're touched, as you know, he goes around the street feeding people this Christmas, and this is a continuous thing. Please feel free to be in touch with him. All his details are there. You can contact him directly and send him whatever you want to send, however you want to contribute, whichever way. And so that brings me to the very end of today's vlog. I hope that you are inspired to go out there and sprinkle this love, love, love. Trying to do a bit of my musical stance, but yeah, I cannot wait to come back to you. I'm just so excited. I cannot wait to be off, like have my school holidays, and hopefully I can come up with different things. I have got an idea. I'm not going to share it to you, but I think it's going to come as a surprise. But I've also got a vlog coming up, which is an interview vlog, and I have got somebody very special on. I want it to be a surprise, so I am going to leave you to wonder. But I am done for today. You have yourself a super fantabulous week whilst you get ready for Christmas. Remember, it's a season of love, and remember, it's not all about money. So when you spend, think twice. Don't waste money, okay, during the season. Spend wisely, and remember to give. Give in different ways that you can. Give your time, give your energy, give your money, give in whichever way you can. Me love you. Have a lovely week. Fantabulous week.